So they compare the writing to, say, a cop. To the easiest to remember is what I will remember, because I'm not going to make a habit into suing people. And so the people have determined that in a drug deal, if a cop buys drugs, the cop is a criminal. The cop has to be arrested. The cop has to suffer the punishment that the United States of America Code has. That's how the law is written. It says if a police officer in any capacity, sheriff, FBI, marshal, because there's a drug and task force police agency, that's their job, you know. If a police officer in any capacity shows up and buys drugs to arrest a drug dealer, they have to suffer the penalty that the United States of America Code has to offer for buying drugs. And so they actually compare at some point in time to the their actual law of such. And their actual law that they quoted at the beginning of the suit was in a false confrontation, the confronter is the slave or something. And the disputes of freedom, not the confronted and the belief a crime happened or something. And the U.S. Code says the person that has to suffer the penalty for the crime is the person confronting, or something like that. And so that's kind of complicated. It's kind of simple. It's very simple. It's kind of complicated though, so because there's no property exchanging in theory. And they use that as the actual guidelines of the law, the people, and because it has to do with persons, how is he being confronted, you know, what aspects are being used and whatnot. And so it's pretty horrible. So they actually use the English language writing in comparisons to such, which is an actual civil court process. A lot of my writings are written in the like noun of that comparisons. You know, the law says this. You know, the people have done this and whatnot. Yeah, so it's pretty horrible. So these people that believe they're like lords and barons and barons. There's a TV show I want to watch. It's called it's Netflix. Barrenlands, where they fight with guns and swords, and they got lords. The government, the United States of America government collapsed, and the people said, fuck you, and the barons said, we'll take care of the land, and they can't. It's very unplausible for a group of people to take care of a group of people as single-headed. It's very unplausible. And they can't, so they're always at war, killing each other, and they got barren land laws, you know, you chop off this guy's head and whatnot. So it's pretty horrible. It's good show though. And